Hi, I'm Emma, and I haven't done this in a while. This is kind of scary because I haven't done this in a while. I've done live streams, but I haven't just straight up talked to a camera for a while, so bear with me. I'm gonna do my best. I used to be really good at this, and I think the skill should still be there deep down, but I just need to tap into it. If I seem a lot less pumped and energetic than I used to in my old videos, sorry. I'm older now and therefore more frail and tired. Today I thought I'd have a little chat with you guys about hair, because my hair is very tied up in my identity and the way I present myself to the world, and for some reason that causes a lot of anxiety for me, and I want to talk a little bit about how I've been trying to free myself of that. So first of all, growing up I was ginger, or more of a kind of dark auburn coloured hair, but when I was really little it was bright carrot ginger, and for a lot of people having ginger hair is kind of something they get bullied for, something they're a bit embarrassed of, something that they're ashamed of, especially when they're a child. For me, that never really happened. I think because at my school it was quite small and I just happened to go under the radar a lot. I didn't get bullied, which is weird. I feel like every YouTuber or every person on the internet has been bullied at some point. However, despite not getting bullied for my hair, I had a lot of anxiety around it, but actually kind of for the opposite reason than most people have problems with it. So people were really nice about my hair all the time. It was what I was always complimented on by dinner ladies, people on the street, my family, friends, whatever. They were always like, oh, my mum still kind of makes fun of me because she says that people always used to say, oh, hasn't she got lovely hair? Basically, people were really nice about my hair, and that was really nice. Great for the self-esteem. However, it meant that when I wanted to be more adventurous with my hair, I was terrified because I had based so much of my self-esteem around it. And yeah, my hair was pretty. It was a lovely, nice auburn colour, and after I figured out a good hair routine, I had lovely curls, or waves, and I still have those. That was the other thing I was afraid of. I was afraid that if I was going to bleach my hair that it would really damage it, and therefore I would lose the curls that I had worked so hard for. I have some videos on my channel somewhere about my hair, which I will link, because I don't know, I guess I've talked about my hair a lot on this channel because, yeah, it's really important to me. I always saw people on the street, online, Instagram, and even my friends, and they'd dye their hair cool colours, and I'd be like, wow, your hair looks so good. For example, my friend Becca, who's been on this channel before, yes, we're still friends, I actually was the one who bleached their hair for the first time, and it was an amazing experience, and they dyed it blue and it looked amazing, and they have not stopped dyeing it cool colours since, so that's great. You should follow them on Instagram to see their ever-changing rainbow of hair colours. Oh, I love Becca. I'm seeing them this weekend. It's very exciting. I'm quite an artsy person. I'm a crafty person. I've been discovering that recently because I never really did stuff like that when I was younger. I used to do this instead. And while I've been on a break from YouTube, I've been exploring things like knitting, crochet, sewing, just general arts and crafts and fun things. And yeah, dyeing hair and makeup. Makeup is a big one. But dyeing hair is taps into that. My love of artsy things and messing around with colour and just being creative and showing that through the way you present yourself to the world. And that's just so important to me. I've always kind of preached this whole you should wear what makes you happy, and therefore you'll show your true self to the world through that. Which is why I've always kind of, well, at least more recently, been wearing brighter colours and just going wild with my wardrobe and just having fun, because who cares what other people think, and I want to show the world my true self rather than hiding behind jeans and t-shirts like I used to when I was a teenager. And of course, that's not possible for everyone. Money is a thing, and some people have to hide, and that's okay. But I'm gonna be my true self and not be embarrassed. I'm gonna walk down the street in a bright yellow dress and big boots and a pink cardigan and not care if I look like someone's batty old grandma. In contrast to that, my hair, I was always like, no, I'm not touching it. I can't touch that. It's my identity. I'm a ginger. It's my thing, okay? I can't dye it. And it didn't help that even hairdressers were like, oh, never dye it. You have hair that people would die for. I'd love your hair. And it's like, it puts so much pressure on it. And so I decided that the only way to free myself of this anxiety and kind of like express myself, I had to bleach it. It was the only way I would free myself of that anxiety, because at the end of the day, most anxieties that you have, especially when you have like an anxiety disorder, which I probably do, I definitely do, when you have anxiety around something, at least like 60-70% of the time, the best way to break through that anxiety is to face it head on and just stop avoiding the situation or the thing and just throw yourself into it. Like, that's not always the best thing to do. There's always that other 30% of the time when you genuinely shouldn't go near it. But I knew that I would always be really precious about my hair if I didn't bleach it, so I decided I was gonna do it. And I got some friends together, they bleached my hair. When was this? This would have been first year of university, 2018? What year is it? It's 2018. Yeah, it would have been the early 2018. And I dyed my hair red. It was meant to just be a lighter ginger because that was my like first tiny step out of boundaries, but it went horribly wrong. Went bright orange. I went to the hairdressers and it turned out red. And it was really nice for a while. But then I let it grow out and I started dyeing it back to basically my normal colour again. And I stepped straight back into my comfort zone, which was kind of disappointing. More recently, earlier this year, I decided I wanted to go pink. So I went to the hairdressers and again, they did not want to dye my hair. So in the end, I ended up getting highlights and then dyeing those pink, which did look good, to be fair, but it wasn't what I wanted. So I went back, got more highlights, went more pink, and then I was just like, oh, I'm just so sick of these ginger bits. Let's just go all the way. So I got my friend Becca to just fully bleach my hair on top of the other bleach, which was a terrible idea, by the way. Don't try this at home. But it went okay. I'm still a little bit patchy. And we dyed it pink. And I've kept dyeing it pink. And my roots are growing out now. But I'm getting them properly bleached at the salon tomorrow. So that's great. And you know what's great? I still get loads of compliments on my hair. I don't know what I was afraid of, to be honest. Like, my granny, my dear granny, who I love so dearly, she does not like this that much. She absolutely loved my natural hair, and I don't think she really gets the whole pink thing. But other than her, in general, I get a lot of compliments from people, like, especially at uni and, like, people around uni, because obviously, like, those people are more chill about that kind of thing. I've never really understood why bright hair colours are seen as like unprofessional or like just in any way bad. Like, it looks great, it's really cool. I don't know why people have this weird prejudice against it. Anyway, I love it, it makes me really happy, and it means that every few weeks when it started to fade, I can re-dye it, and it's a lovely little artistic thing for me to do, and I'm really enjoying it. I've been trying lots of different products and I still haven't decided what dye I like the best. So if you know of any, please let me know. I need all the recommendations I can get. It makes me feel cool and creative and very much myself whatever I'm wearing, which is really nice, because a lot of the time recently, because I've had this kind of problem with like exhaustion and fatigue, I've been like in my pyjamas at home a lot. And so it makes me feel like I'm having a fun, cool time, even when I'm not dressed up all night. So yeah, if you're feeling like me and you're scared to take the plunge, if you're feeling precious about your hair, or even something else, I don't know, maybe your fashion, or maybe, I don't know, you've wanted to like get a piercing forever, but you feel like it's not your thing, oh no, then you should try it, or not. Don't necessarily take my advice, because if it goes wrong, then I'll be responsible. Recently, I watched Lena Norm's video on tattoos, and suddenly it made me feel so much more comfortable with the idea of getting a tattoo, because I've always been so like separated from it. I've always thought, wow, tattoos look really great, I think they're really cool, but they're not my thing. And it's just because of this ingrained societal thing growing up that like tattoos were just like, just not my thing. They were other people's thing. So as soon as I have the money for it, I'm totally gonna get a tattoo, and I'm not gonna stress about it being meaningful and important, and I'm just gonna get some nice pretty art put on my body, because that's all I really want. But for now, I'll stick with my cool funky pink hair that I adore and that makes me feel badass. I hope you're all doing well. Let me know your thoughts in the comments as usual, and if there are any video ideas you have for me, that'd be great. I've got a few things maybe lined up if I have the energy to keep doing this. If not, see you never, I guess.